17 years old, I bought my first car. And this car was a nice cherry red Mercedes Benz. It had wings on the back, it had the chrome throughout, lots and lots of chrome. And whenever I would drive this Mercedes Benz, people that were working along the road or walking along the road, they would stop and they would look as my Mercedes Benz went past. Kind of enjoyed the attention. But there was a lesson God wanted to teach me through this car. And on one of the first times I drove it to school, and I was excited to show my classmates. I said, look at my car. This is my car. Look at this Mercedes-Benz. I'm the only 17-year-old that has a Mercedes-Benz. Drove it to school, and unbeknownst to me, the water pump had given out. So on the way to school, the car overheated, and it ended up warping the head, warping the engine. So when I got to school, I parked it. I didn't think anything of it. Quickly I ran into school, and everybody's talking, whoa, look at this cherry red Mercedes-Benz. And all throughout the school day, I said, oh, wait till school's over. Then after school's over, we'll go for a ride. We'll go for a ride. Don't worry. After school's over, I'll take you all for a ride. And everybody wanted to ride. Everybody wanted to see this thing. Some people wanted to drive it. Well, school ended promptly at 3 o'clock, and promptly at 3 o'clock, there was a whole group of us gathered around that car. Everyone's waiting for me to turn this thing on, to start it, and to take it for a drive. But there was a problem, because on the way there, the water pump had given out, and the engine overheated, and it warped the motor. So when I went to start the motor, nothing happened. The thing would not start. And what I thought was something, I was feeling pretty good about myself, but when that engine wouldn't start, slowly people started to walk away, and some people looked underneath the engine trying to figure out what's wrong with it, and I was perplexed because I didn't know what was wrong with it either, but the engine would not start. So I had to call someone and say, hey, can you please give me a ride? My car left me set, and that car left me set for a long time. It was there in the school parking lot for several days until I had time to tow it away and work on it. And what ended up happening with that car, it was a very humbling experience. But God did have something useful for that car. We took that car to my friend's house, and several nights throughout the school year, in the evenings, a couple of us guys in my class, we would get together and we work on that car. And that car ended up pulling our class together in a way that no other classes have been pulled together. So in a way you could say, God took my pride, He humbled myself, but then He used that car to pull us together as a school body. Well, I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson on pride, and I learned that, those temporal earthly things, they soon burn up and they're soon gone. My heart is to serve God. And I don't need a Mercedes to serve God. I can serve God without a Mercedes. Anyway, God bless.